Hello, Yakubu. It's a pleasure to have you today with us in Markelitics. Thank you for accepting this invitation to have an interview with us and discuss about the interesting topics about the financial industry and the fintech industry as well. I think we will have amazing points that we want to discuss about your past, about what you do, and the companies that you run. I just wanted to introduce you shortly to my audience, and then to touch base on every segment business that you do. Can you tell us more about yourself, how everything started in your life, and how did you end up in these two companies that you have now?
Thank you so much for having me today. It's a pleasure. Um, I'm Yakubu. I actually started out in the industry about 7 years ago when I was still in college. I actually trained as a medical doctor, so I have a medical degree from Nigeria. And after, being a trader while schooling and practicing for, a couple of months, I decided to move full time into the trading industry and starting off for my own brokerage company. So that's how Kwakol started. And at the beginning, I was able to get my two elder brothers involved who were experts in software engineering as well as economics. So that enabled us make a winning team from the very beginning.
Can you tell me about the switch? I mean, it's super interesting. You were studying medicine, and you were in medicine school, and then you started in trading. That's like unseen, let's say. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's something that's not commonly seen in the industry, especially in the FX space. But I saw value in it. I will say my background in medicine have also helped me in the industry in the sense that as a medical practitioner, you have to be very analytical in your thinking, very much precise. Think about people, and that's how we've been able to create a customer-centric company.
that's how Kwakol became, yeah. And you started when Kwakol started actually.
Kwakol actually started in 2020, but officially we opened the office. Got our first set of licenses 5th of May 2021.
Kwakol is amazing, an interesting name. How did you end up with that name?
Yeah,
Everybody asks
it's
you, I think.
yeah. I mean that's a question we get pretty much everywhere we go. Um, Actually, Kwakol it's from our native language. It's a combination of three names. So what we did was to, put the family and the clan name together to have the name Kwakol. So it's actually from three names: Kwehe, Koji, which is actually my name, and then Linga, which is the clan name. So um, the inspiration behind choosing that name is for us to give a meaning to it, because every other word that would probably pick or a name already has a meaning. But we believe whatsoever we do with Kwakol at this point in time would give Kwakol its meaning.
I think it's a super interesting name. I need to admit it. I like it. It's catchy and it brings people's attention. Does Kwakol focus only on the African market, or how does it envision it? Like when you started it, what was the envision of it?
Actually, since day one, we had global presence in mind, and that's why you would see in our portfolio of licenses we have license from Australia. It's for us not only to tap not only in the African market but the global market at large. So we started off with Australia, New Zealand, then we are having expansion plans in LATAM as well as Southeast Asia for.
That's super interesting. That's good. That's good. I know that brokers are struggling with South African region. I have spoken with a lot of brokers who have this issue. I wanted you to give us some more insights about that market. How is it possible that brokers are struggling this much? What is the recipe to have a good work in the African region? If you can give us like insights, that would be amazing.
Yeah, amazing. The African market, a very interesting playground. Just as you mentioned, South Africa, for example, the people are very much unique, and then the business approach actually it's very much different. But what I will say is, for us, what has proven to be very much effective is working with partners in those regions, because the partners are there locally, they understand the people, they already have the community, they have the reach. So whenever you're able to have a very good deal with these partners, they understand your product, there is a usability in their demographic, it's surely going to thrive.
Okay, when you say a product, what Kwakol has like unique selling products? What is the most tradable, let's say, assets in Kwakol?
Okay, so for us, that's something we've had in mind, and we constantly work on, because you have to realize that how a client relates with your product might not be the way you envisioned it the first time. So you have to constantly innovate. Usually the most traded assets are FX, but now we've seen growing numbers with the synthetic instruments, meaning you see people want to have instruments that they could trade at their leisure. Maybe those having 9-to-5 job, they want, when they get back, to the house, at night, they want to see some market movements. And the conventional trading products doesn't offer that. So that's the reason why we launched the synthetic instrument. And of course, we have a lot of crypto in our portfolio, above 120 that is available for clients to trade 247. So I think, yeah, different regions, different set of clients, different interest in trading products. But I must say, the FX instruments still, gives us the largest of volume.
Do people in South Africa organize these big events where actually a lot of traders are gathering and they speak about trading? Because I think in Asia that's super popular. I don't know if that's the case in Africa too.
Yeah, it is the case. The affiliates have large communities, and periodically they host these seminars and events where traders come in, newbies come in, and then you also see certain big partners that have live trading floors, which can be online, and sometimes they do on site, where you have a couple of traders come in and then they trade together as a community.
I have seen that there is a huge difference in Europe and Africa. In Europe, the people doesn't need to have that human touch in order to start trading. In Africa, or in Asia as well, you need to have the personal touch where actually the traders know their clients and they speak together, trade together, and this works way, way better. You think that's the key point in
Yeah, so that's also another thing to consider in Africa, because the people want to know you, they want to sit with you, they want to have interactions with you, because in the last couple of years they've not had very good experience with unregulated companies, unregulated brokers, where a broker just have like a specific timeline, and usually the contact is online. So nowadays you see people want to have that physical connection, get to know the people behind the brand, so that they could build trust and confidence to push it in their community.
So it's way, way easier if you have a local office there. Then the people can even come to you and see where they're investing their money and trade. This is super important, no?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't say local office 100%, but rather you should be able to create more or less meetup events with at least your clients, your partners, where they can come see you, have a lunch, just to put a face to the brand. That's what I mean. Yeah, of course, having a physical presence in terms of an office would do a great deal, but brokerage offices is not where you see everyday clients are coming. Yeah, so you just have to put a face to the brand, and that's what the people want to see.
Super interesting. The other projects that you're working, which are think mutually connected to each other, can you tell us more about that? I think people would like to hear about.
Yeah, so it's something that's new in the market, and I can say it's growing pretty fast. It's Consummate Traders. So that particular product, it's very much exciting in the sense that we're seeing rapid growth in that particular business model. I would say it's because of how easy it is for the clients to consume, especially clients that are already trading. So what we do is we offer them a bigger portfolio size to trade with very professional trading rules. You know, every trader, everybody that starts investing wants to do it in a professional manner. So that's the kind of condition we give our clients, when they onboard with Consummate Traders. So we allow them to trade big portfolios with very little subscription fee and very flexible trading conditions.
So the flow is the client comes, he subscribes for a different certain portfolio, and then he gets the demo account, let's say it like that, and then he starts trading, correct?
Yeah, so let me give you an example. We have an evaluation account of $100,000 portfolio size for clients to trade with. But what the client is required to do is to pay a one-time refundable subscription fee of $499. So when he pays that amount, we provide a demo account of 100,000 in it. And the trading condition is the client should make at least 8% within a 60 days period. And when the client is able to do this, he moves to the second stage. In the second stage, we give another 100,000 account, but this time around he doesn't need to make 8%, but just 5% within a 60 days period. And if a client is able to pass through these two stages, we then go ahead to give him an actual portfolio size of $100,000 and refund the initial $499 subscription fee. So that's
so there's three levels of let's say trading until you get the real trading account which you can use.
Yeah, two levels actually. Level 1 you make 8%. Level 2 you make 5%. So after that, then you go into the actual real trading with the larger portfolios.
This is applicable in each broker, or this is specifically for your broker, or in general as a product?
Yeah, actually, it's that's how it is as a product, but this is something that is currently available on within our our product line. And then of course we are very much flexible. We have different kind of products. I just gave an example of the 100K portfolio sizes. We have accounts where we allow clients to just have one phase evaluation, meaning we allow them to make 10% within a 60 days period, and that's it. When they're able to reach that milestone, we go ahead and provide them the funded account. So that's it. And also we have one which is not actually which is not as popular as the other ones, but is new in the market. We believe it's also going to gain popularity, where we give direct funding account. So we are able to give clients, for example, now up to $50,000 when they pay a one-time fee of like $2,300. So, but however, on this portfolio, they are not allowed to lose more than 5% of the portfolio size per day.
Per day?
Yes.
That's super interesting. Do you see this product growing in South Africa, Africa in general, or in the whole world?
I can tell you we are seeing rapid growth. Even I must say the milestones we've reached with this particular product has been faster compared to the brokerage product, in the sense that we are seeing higher conversion rate here, and then the clients are also we're having a very good retention rate, in the sense that the clients always come back to it because it's something they like, they love, because it allows them to trade in that professional manner, professional trading conditions, because it's really exciting within the community when they tell them, so, oh, I'm a consummate trader, I trade a funded account. Yeah, it sounds better because it's not like I'm a trader, I'm a super professional, profitable trader. That's what it translates.
Yeah, it's first of all, it's super interesting and fun for them to trade. That's number one. I think it's dynamic and it offers a wide range of possibilities. You're not just a trader, you get a funded account. You can enter, the entry fee is not that big, it's lower. For them, I think it's the perfect fit.
Yeah, it's the perfect product, I must say.
This can grow in other countries as well. Doesn't need to be only in Africa. I think that this can be super interesting for Europe as well, Asians are specific, but I think the way of having fun in this kind of way of trading is something that can be attractive to them.
Yeah, so definitely those are markets we're interested in and would definitely penetrate.
Do you see the fintech world? How do you see the fintech world expanding, growing, or what's the problems that you see currently in the fintech world?
I must say, in this fintech space, I think I would say it's still early, and a lot of innovation is going to come, because when you look at the transition point now in fintech between having an idea to implementation is now shorter, because communication is much more faster, internet penetration is much more, it's everywhere, people are much more connected. So it's a very exciting space, and we we are innovating around that area every day, because with every product launch, with every new feature, we are excited about it, but we're always looking forward to the next one because of how things are rapidly changing and growing in the industry.
The technology is super fast these days, and I think that a company and a fintech industry in general needs to adapt to it, regardless of what you do. If you're a broker, if you're a PSP, if you are, I don't know, compliance department. When it comes to compliance, I wanted to ask you, do you see the regulations straightening even more? Because I know that especially now here in Cyprus, it's tougher to run broker companies, especially the ones which are not under CISEC. We're discussing about Europe, but let's say in Africa, do you see this straightening even more, or?
Yeah, I think almost everywhere regulators are tightening up their belts, because you see, with technology it's easier to get to clients, so regulators are always fine-tuning to see how well the space is regulated. So I also see that happening in Africa. There's strong regulation in South Africa, in Kenya, and then other emerging markets such as Nigeria, Ghana. We are seeing regulators begin to look keenly into the space, and I'm sure we're going to have a more robust regulatory framework in Africa in the coming years, same as we have in Europe.
Nigeria, you mentioned Nigeria. Nigeria is an amazing market, and it's popular for a lot of broker companies. Why do you think specifically Nigeria is the country that makes that difference?
Yeah, I think it makes a difference because Nigeria is the giant of Africa, number one, and then it has a very dynamic population, over 200 million people. Most of these populations are young and tech savvy. So this is a huge potential for every broker, because there's a young population, they are tech savvy, there's internet penetration. So yeah, so that's why the market is rapidly growing, and we're seeing volumes as well, almost doubling every month from that region, and there's still a whole lot more.
What are the next steps for your two companies that we discussed now? How do you see them in, let's say, some gap of 3-5 years? What are the next steps? What's your plans?
Yeah, so we have very, very ambitious plans. I mean, very much aggressive than whatsoever we're going to say now. But we see ourselves first, penetrating new markets, having more regions in our portfolio, more licenses in our portfolio, and then also being that household name in every country and every region we work with, because one thing that is very much important to us is customer feedback, and every client means a lot to us, so we always look out to these feedbacks and have something that is very beneficial for.
So Kwakol is focused on clients' relations, clients' experience, and providing the service that actually is suitable for this person.
Yes, so that's what we tell ourselves every day. Every member of the team knows that we are a client-centric organization. So all our processes, all the things we do, we have the client at the center of it all. So whatsoever we're going to do at the end of the day, it has to be beneficial to the client for it to be successful.
Yeah, true. A lot of brokers are actually struggling with this kind of service. They're saying that they're offering this kind of service, but at the end of the day, maybe because they have huge volume of clients, they're suffering and struggling to provide the best service for each customer that they have. And for me, this is the most important in order to run a successful broker operation. Do you see, where do you have the offices? They're here on the island, or is centralized in Africa as well?
Yeah, so we have a lot of remote work going on. So, but we have registered offices in Nigeria, in Australia, as well as Dubai. So we are also rapidly growing. We're looking forward to also having offices on the island here, as well as other markets where we work.
Oh, great. Do you see your brands showing up on some events, like affiliate events, summits?
Yeah, I mean, we've well participated in many events. We've been at the IFX Expo in Dubai. We've been here in Cyprus last year. Earlier in the year we were in Dubai, and then later also this year we're going to be in Cyprus.
Okay.
So we'll be in South Africa in May. So we have a whole lot of events lined up for us.
Do you have a big expectations in the expo in South Africa?
Yeah, so usually our expectations is to get to have that physical connection with our partners. That is what is most exciting for us. They're also excited to see us, where they get to see new developments in the company, get to relate with the brand even much better, and just enjoy the time being together and get feedback for us, which is super important.
Perfect. I think it's time to wrap it up. We already exceed the time limits, but it was a pleasure to speak with you, Yakubu. I hope you have a successful year, your company grows, and you reach the targets that you wanted. Guys, this was Yakubu Terry. He's one of the financial leaders and in the fintech industry in South Africa. Stay with us, and we go with different interviews. Thank you.